Batman and Iron Man walk into a bar. And no matter where I intend to actually go with this lame attempt at a joke, you can only see it ending with these two superheroes getting into some sort of conflict and battling it out. Even if you like both characters, the end of the joke must end in a fight. The question is, why? Let's talk about it. Let's start by looking at some healthy competition. This is a place where I could try to use some sports metaphors, but you probably see right through that. Does Quidditch count as a sport? Let's go with a business example. When two companies are in competition with each other, they inspire each other and innovate beyond their current capabilities. Think Apple and Google making smartphones. Or let's take this platform, for example. YouTube Shorts wouldn't exist if TikTok wasn't such a success. YouTube Live competing with Twitch. Innovations like those have pushed YouTube past the era of just cat videos and short skits. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Now, YouTube has a large variety of content forms with an even broader audience for each of them. What happens when there are two prominent options of something and you have a stronger preference towards one of them? Is the other automatically trash? Of course not, that's ridiculous. But we treat it that way far too often. And sometimes we even treat the people that prefer that other option as if they were trash as well. The Marvel versus DC debate runs deep. But there are a million other examples. PC or Mac, PlayStation or Xbox, iPhone or Android, Nvidia or AMD, Steam or Epic Games, Pulp, no Pulp, Sam's or Costco, Coke or Pepsi, I'm a cat person, I'm a dog person, wheels or doors. Of course, there are usually more options than just the two, but you rarely see an RC Cola fan lose it at a restaurant when they're served Pepsi instead. The more options of something that exists, the more difficult it is to decide which direction to go. But also, the easier it is to switch back from it. Other industries with multiple options, clothing lines, restaurants, music. Now, I'm sure you have a favorite band or musical artist that is 100 times better than Nickelback ever was. But were they really that bad? Or do we all hate them just because the internet told us to? That's an interesting rabbit to chase, but not yet. We still need to discuss the most toxic, vile, cruel, biased place that makes people lose their minds. Subcategories. Really thought that would be more climactic. Let's try it again. Subcategories. Nope, just as lame. Think of it as a best in class. Marvel is best in class for building a live action cinematic universe. DC Comics, best in class for recognizable character logos. You get the picture. Over the past decade, Marvel has had more success in the theater, while DC has owned the TV space. Now I know DC has put out highly successful films and Marvel has launched several successful shows, but it doesn't matter which side you pick, because it doesn't stop there. You can't just choose to either be a fan of DC or Marvel, you also have to choose Batman or Superman, Iron Man or Captain America. Basically, it's the my dad can beat up your dad conversation. Except luckily, this is all fiction and we can avoid the awkward pauses while telling people that you've never actually met your real dad. You know what? Let's go back to that sports metaphor because that has to be less awkward than this. So, two football fans walk into a bar. If you have two fans of football, is that shared interest enough to bring them together? Maybe. What if their teams are rivals? The car didn't set itself on fire in the parking lot after your favorite team lost the big game. Wait, but what if the teams aren't rivals? What if it's the exact same team? Now, they're discussing who the best Avenger is. Discussing who the best player is. The point is, we seem to love a good rivalry when competition is done fairly and all in good fun. But what happens when someone takes things too far? We all know someone like this, so it may sound simple to spot, because we tend to look at these types of situations from a dichotomous perspective, which means if something isn't A, then it must be B. You can't like DC and also like Marvel. And if you choose to be a Batman fan, you can't also like Superman. Dichotomous thinking, often called black and white thinking, makes you split everything into two categories with no gray area in between. Well, guess what, people? The world is gray. There's no black and white. It's all just a grayscale. Sad thing is, we want to fight about where someone is on that grayscale, which can be very alienating. This means people on your side are still against you. Think James Gunn's Superman Legacy pushback in support of Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder. Both are Superman stories, but DC fans are having a civil war. Not that Civil War. We're talking about DC at the moment.
Why did you say that name?
You know what? Let's break away from all the nerdy stuff for just a minute to explain this. If you were just to Google top controversial topics and pick one. Actually, let's say pick the one that you feel the least strongly about. Try to identify where you land on that gray area. You might be for most parts, but not all parts. But we tend to try to look at complex issues as black and white because it sucks to have everyone to your left and to your right against you. This could develop an us versus them mentality, and we do a good job at identifying us, but that leaves everyone else that's not like us, that believes what we do or share our interests, as them. I'm not saying blindly agree with someone or go against your core values, because some people are just jerks. All right, here's a part of the video that I'll probably look back on and think, man, I really wasn't prepared for such hateful responses in the comment section, because here are my preferences to the conflict examples earlier. Marvel or DC? Marvel for the movies and DC for the comics. But if I have to choose overall, it has to be DC. Look, I grew up reading DC and I love the idea of all the fictional cities. And Marvel is mostly in New York City. New York didn't really resonate with me because I had never been. Honestly, how many heroes does one city need? What about the rest of the world? Mac or PC? Mac for the OS and the ecosystem. But I like gaming too much to go completely Mac. PlayStation or Xbox? PlayStation, it's all about those exclusive titles. Infamous, Uncharted, Little Big Planet, Last of Us, Spider-Man. iPhone or Android? I'm Team Blue Bubble. I understand that we get features later, but I'm okay to wait, although that Asus Batman phone did pique my interest. NVIDIA or AMD? I really want to say both here. The question was originally referencing GPUs, which is NVIDIA for me, but I prefer AMD's CPU since I really don't need the onboard graphics that Intel has. Steam or Epic Games? Steam, the achievements and community. I like Epic's free game every week, but I don't play Fortnite enough to open Epic and even see them. But that new Alan Wake game is exclusive, so Costco over Sam's, Coke over Pepsi, and I think I just recently discovered I may be a cat person. Listen, we had a dog for 11 years, and Onyx was a true member of our family. But after 5 years, I'm still not ready for another dog. Plus, I kind of like that my cats are indifferent to my affection.
Cats more like, hey, what are you up to? Never mind, I just remembered I don't care.
And finally, I'm a wheels guy. My justification, office chairs. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Because these are just opinions supporting personal preferences. There's no need to get upset if someone doesn't have the exact same perspective as you. Just like I'm not upset that only 1.1% of you are subscribed. Because 100% of you that are watching this video are watching this video, and I truly cannot thank you enough for that. Seriously, thanks for watching. Until next time. From the bar joke earlier, Batman versus Iron Man, Batman. Batman versus pretty much any hero or villain, Batman, because he's already prepared to take them down. But Batman versus Spider-Man, it has to be Spider-Man. I'm just not sure Batman's environmental stealth is enough to get past Peter's Spidey sense. What's your thoughts?